The Amazon rainforest has always been a place where reality often feels stranger than fiction. Stretching across millions of acres, this endless sea of rivers, dense jungle, and hidden swamps remains one of the least explored places on Earth. Scientists continue to discover new species every year, while local communities pass down stories that have survived for generations. Among all the creatures that inhabit this mysterious world, none has inspired more fascination than the green anaconda. For decades, explorers, fishermen, and indigenous families have described encounters with snakes so enormous that they seemed impossible to believe. Some claim to have watched giant bodies disappear beneath dark river waters. Others speak of mysterious waves moving across calm lagoons without any visible cause. Are these simply legends? Or could there still be enormous predators living in parts of the Amazon that humans rarely reach? Today, we're traveling deep into the Brazilian Amazon to separate fact from fiction, and to investigate why the green anaconda continues to be one of the most feared animals on Earth. The green anaconda is already the heaviest snake in the world. Adult females can exceed 6 meters in length and weigh more than 200 kilograms. Unlike venomous snakes, an anaconda doesn't rely on poison. Instead, it uses incredible strength. Hidden beneath muddy water, it waits with extraordinary patience. Its eyes barely break the surface. Its nostrils remain above water just enough to breathe. Then, everything happens in seconds. With explosive force, the snake launches toward its prey, wrapping powerful coils around the animal before it has any chance to escape. Every breath becomes more difficult. Every movement tightens the coils even further. This hunting strategy has allowed anacondas to dominate South American wetlands for thousands of years. Their diet is surprisingly diverse. Capybaras, caimans, large fish, wild pigs, deer. Even jaguars have been observed avoiding confrontations with massive female anacondas whenever possible. Because in the Amazon, size changes everything. A snake weighing more than 200 kilograms has almost no natural predators once fully grown. That is exactly why stories about even larger individuals continue to capture people's imagination. Across remote rivers in the Brazilian Amazon, experienced fishermen often describe seeing enormous trails cutting through floating vegetation. Some say the trail looked wider than a canoe. Others remember hearing birds suddenly fall silent moments before something massive disturbed the water. Scientists remain cautious about these reports. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. So far, no verified scientific expedition has documented an anaconda reaching the extreme lengths often mentioned in local folklore. Yet researchers also acknowledge something important. The Amazon is enormous. Much of it remains extremely difficult to access. Some flooded forests are visited only a few times each year. There are countless lakes, channels, and hidden swamps where very little biological research has ever been conducted. Could unusually large anacondas exist in these isolated environments? No one can answer that with complete certainty. And perhaps that uncertainty is exactly what keeps the legend alive. As our journey continues, we'll examine remarkable encounters, scientific discoveries, and the evidence behind some of the most astonishing stories ever told about giant snakes hidden beneath the waters of the Brazilian Amazon. Because sometimes, the greatest mysteries are not found in books. They're waiting in places where almost nobody dares to go. As stories about enormous anacondas spread throughout the Brazilian Amazon, one question continues to surface again and again. If these giant snakes truly exist, why has nobody captured undeniable proof? The answer may be simpler, and more unsettling, than most people imagine. The Amazon is not a single forest. It is a vast network of rivers, flooded forests, hidden lagoons, and dense vegetation covering millions of square kilometers. Even today, many areas remain almost untouched by modern science. Researchers often spend weeks navigating rivers only to explore a tiny fraction of the rainforest. And unlike large mammals that leave tracks on dry ground, anacondas disappear beneath dark water. Their world is almost invisible. For most of the day, they remain perfectly still. Their camouflage is extraordinary. The olive-green scales blend seamlessly with floating plants, muddy riverbanks, and submerged branches. A fully grown anaconda can remain unnoticed just a few meters away from an unsuspecting animal, or even a person. This ability has made the species one of nature's greatest ambush predators. Instead of chasing prey, it waits. Patiently. Sometimes for hours. Sometimes for days. Then, with astonishing speed, everything changes. Biologists have documented attacks lasting only a few seconds before the victim is completely restrained. The snake's powerful muscles do not crush bones, as many people believe. Instead, every coil makes breathing more difficult until the prey can no longer draw enough air. Only then does the swallowing process begin. Unlike mammals, snakes possess an extraordinary skull structure. Their jaws are connected by highly flexible ligaments, allowing them to consume prey much larger than their own head. It is one of evolution's most remarkable adaptations. And yet, this incredible ability has also fueled some of the Amazon's oldest legends. For generations, local communities have spoken of gigantic serpents capable of swallowing deer, cattle, and even small boats. Most of these stories have never been verified. Some were undoubtedly exaggerated over time. But not all unusual encounters are myths. There have been well-documented cases of anacondas consuming caimans, capybaras, wild pigs, and animals weighing more than the snake itself. These confirmed observations demonstrate just how powerful the species truly is. They also explain why so many stories continue to circulate in remote regions. Imagine navigating a narrow river at sunset. The jungle suddenly becomes silent. No birds. No monkeys. Only the sound of water gently touching the side of a wooden canoe. Then, a wave appears. Not caused by the wind. Not caused by rain. Something large is moving beneath the surface. Experienced fishermen often describe this exact feeling, not necessarily seeing the snake itself, but sensing its presence. For people who spend their lives on Amazonian rivers, nature communicates through subtle signs. A sudden silence. Panicked fish. Birds taking flight all at once. Sometimes these signals reveal the arrival of a predator long before it becomes visible. Scientists studying large reptiles acknowledge that many experienced locals possess an extraordinary understanding of wildlife behavior. Although eyewitness accounts alone cannot confirm the existence of gigantic snakes, they often help researchers identify areas worth investigating. In recent decades, improved technology has transformed the study of elusive wildlife. Camera traps, drones, satellite mapping, environmental DNA collected directly from river water. These tools are allowing scientists to study species that were once almost impossible to monitor. Could one of these technologies eventually capture evidence of an exceptionally large anaconda? It remains a fascinating possibility. After all, the rainforest has surprised humanity countless times before. New mammals. New amphibians. New reptiles. Even today, remarkable discoveries continue to emerge from one of Earth's richest ecosystems. Which raises another intriguing question. If giant anacondas have inspired fear for centuries, what would happen if humans unexpectedly crossed paths with one in complete isolation? In the next chapter, we'll examine remarkable encounters, survival stories, and what experts believe would really happen during a face-to-face meeting with one of the Amazon's most powerful predators. For centuries, stories of giant snakes have echoed through the rivers of the Brazilian Amazon. Some describe creatures so massive that they seemed capable of swallowing anything in their path. Others speak of strange movements beneath the water, mysterious waves crossing silent lagoons, and encounters that would forever change the lives of those who witnessed them. But after separating legend from science, what is the truth? The answer is both fascinating and humbling. There is no verified scientific evidence proving the existence of an anaconda measuring the incredible lengths often described in popular folklore. Claims of snakes reaching 15 or even 20 meters have never been confirmed through reliable documentation. However, that doesn't make the Amazon any less mysterious. Scientists have repeatedly discovered that nature is capable of surprising us when we least expect it. New species continue to emerge from the rainforest. Animals once believed to be extinct have been rediscovered. Remote ecosystems still hide secrets that researchers are only beginning to understand. The green anaconda itself is proof of how extraordinary evolution can be. It is already the world's heaviest snake. A perfectly adapted aquatic predator. Patient. Silent. Incredibly powerful. Its ability to disappear beneath muddy water makes it one of the hardest large predators to observe in the wild. For every anaconda that is photographed, there may be dozens that are never seen by humans. This reality helps explain why stories continue to survive generation after generation. Not because every legend is true, but because the forest always leaves room for uncertainty. Many biologists believe that respecting local knowledge is just as important as applying scientific methods. Fishermen, indigenous communities, and river guides spend entire lifetimes navigating environments that researchers may visit only briefly. Their observations cannot replace scientific evidence, but they often inspire new investigations. And sometimes, a story passed down for decades eventually leads scientists to discover something completely unexpected. Perhaps that is the greatest lesson the Amazon teaches us. Curiosity should never replace evidence. But evidence should never silence curiosity. As long as vast regions of the rainforest remain unexplored, questions will continue to exist. Some mysteries will eventually be solved. Others may disappear with time. and a few may continue waiting beneath the surface. Somewhere in the endless network of rivers flowing through the Brazilian Amazon, another giant anaconda may be resting quietly beneath floating vegetation. Maybe it will never encounter another human. Maybe it already has. Or perhaps the world's largest anaconda has already lived and died without anyone ever knowing it existed. Nature doesn't need an audience to be extraordinary. It simply is. And that is exactly why the Amazon continues to fascinate scientists, explorers, photographers, and millions of people around the world. Not because every legend becomes reality, but because reality itself is often unbelievable. So the next time you see calm water stretching into the dense rainforest, remember, the surface rarely tells the whole story. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of Earth's greatest natural mysteries. If you enjoyed this documentary and want to explore more incredible wildlife stories backed by science and inspired by the world's most fascinating ecosystems, make sure to subscribe. Because our next expedition will take us even deeper into places where nature still writes stories that humans have yet to fully understand.